Good afternoon, good afternoon. We're here with Step Boogie Woogie from BluntRapENT. Just interrupting your dinner here just to pick your brain a little bit.
Okay.
Well, one of the things that we want to know is who are some of your musical influences?
Of course, hip hop, top three, pop, Scarface, and Nas. But I always talk about hip hop. I'm gonna go outside of hip hop. I'm heavily influenced by the great Gil Scott Heron. Shout out to BluntRapENT, my father. He introduced me to Gil Scott Heron, and I think I was first introduced to his music because one of my favorite producers is Kanye West, and I remember he had made a song for Common called "On My Way Home," and the sample was just so beautiful. So I was like, who did he sample? And it was Gil Scott Heron, and it stood out to me because the part that he sampled, it made the part of the song he say, it might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again. And it stood out because it immediately made me think of the story of Jesus when he was telling the people that a prophet would never get no love in his hometown. And I identify with that because I feel like as much work as I put in, as much material I put out there, it's more easier for a foreigner to show you support than the people in your own hometown. And it's not a knock on hometown, it was just that I could relate. So once I heard that, it made me study more from Gil Scott Heron. Then I realized Gil Scott Heron made the song "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." A lot of people hear that terminology today and don't even know who made the song. I'm always listening to Gil Scott Heron's song "Winter in America." The same stuff he was talking about in "Winter in America" back in the 70s or early 80s, the same shit we dealing with today. And one of my all-time favorites by Gil Scott Heron that people need to check out is "The Bottle." It's a lot of people, especially in our community, that's dealing with alcoholism. And he made a song that made people party, but he was educating them on how the bottle is destructing our community. People need to go listen to that, Gil Scott Heron, "The Bottle." And Gil was just great. His voice, like he demand respect. And to me, hip hop artists, we gotta study more music. We gotta study. Like I seen an old episode of it was Ja Rule and Jadakiss on Drink Champs with Noriega. Nori a legend, Ja Rule a legend, Jadakiss a legend, and they was talking about whatever record label Ja Rule was on, his first record, I think it was TVT Records, and or whatever, he was dealing with somebody, and they was talking about how Gil Scott Heron was older but was on the label, but Nori didn't have no idea who Gil Scott Heron was, so he didn't really, Ja Rule was trying to get out how great Gil was, but since Nori didn't know him, he shifted the conversation. And it kind of blew me because this is a legend that Ja Rule was trying to let the younger generation know about, but Nori, another hip-hop legend, not knowing who Gil Scott Heron is, wasn't able to really, by him, dictating the interview, he dictate what they talk about. So it was like he curved, and the people didn't really get to hear Ja really express how great of a person or great of an artist Gil Scott Heron was. So it just made me think we got way more studying to do if our own legends don't even know who the great Gil Scott Heron is, one of the greatest poets in the last 30 years. Excuse me, I'm getting barbecue sauce on my hand, and the mac and cheese ain't so good. But we're going to do the best. We're going to be grateful today. But yeah, that's one of my biggest influences. Many, but I'm gonna put the focus on Gil Scott Heron today. And one last thing that he did that was influential to me, he had made a poem called Whitey on the Moon. You gotta check that out. Gil Scott Heron, Whitey on the Moon. And I don't know the lyrics by heart, but he'd say, for example, it'd be like, I'm gonna say shit that's going on today, like black people getting killed by police while Whitey's on the moon. So he was just pointing out a lot of things that's going on fucked up in our community while Whitey is on the moon. You know what I mean? So Gil Scott Heron, definitely a great legend. I advise people to study him. That's one of my biggest influences. Gil Scott Heron.